All right, a story that we've been tracking here at Washington Watch is Ohio HB 68, the SAFE Act. It's a bill that will protect children from experimental gender procedures. It actually passed by wide margins in both chambers of the Ohio General Assembly. And now the clock is ticking for Republican Governor Mike DeWine to reach a decision about signing the bill. Next Friday is the governor's final day. And this is what he told the press just yesterday.
For me, getting it right means for me to find out as much as I can about exactly what is going on, and frankly hear from parents. It's a process that is going on. It's a process that is not done, and I will be making an announcement, obviously, before the 10 days runs.
The governor really seems to be struggling with this, and it should not be that difficult of a struggle. Earlier this week, I played for you Chloe Cole's powerful congressional testimony against these procedures, and she's joining me now actually by phone. She's got a flat tire. Chloe, thank you so much for joining us on Washington Watch. It's good to have you back.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Well, listen, Governor DeWine has spent this week visiting children's hospitals in Ohio that push these procedures on children. What do you think he's probably hearing on these visits?
He's probably being told by these doctors and these surgeons that are performing these treatments that it's life-saving care, that it's necessary in order for these children to live, that it's a part of their identity. And if they aren't being allowed these treatments, it's life or death for them.
Well, and that's the message that you heard and your parents heard. Your testimony, which I played earlier this week, was so powerful, Chloe. I don't see how anyone can listen to you without being moved to the core and understanding the destructive nature of these procedures. I want to play one more clip of the governor. Please play clip 6. This is what he told the press on Monday of this week.
This is a very, very contentious issue. Other states have dealt with this issue as well. And ultimately, my decision will be based on one thing, and that is what I think is in the best interest of the children who would be impacted by this particular law.
Okay, Chloe, I want you to answer that as though you were answering the governor yourself. What would you say to him if you had the opportunity?
I tell him that I would tell him about my experience of having been on these treatments, the complications that they have left me with, the fact that it never made me better. It never addressed the issues that I really had. And without my breasts, I've been left mutilated, and that I could potentially be sterile for life. This is no way of life for a child. This is something that should be left strictly for adults. But there is no circumstance in which it's okay to manipulate, to lie to mutilate or sterilize a perfectly healthy child. These children deserve better, and it is of the essence that this bill is passed in order to protect the children of Ohio.
Well, that's why your testimony is so powerful. I don't think it's a coincidence that just yesterday the American Academy of Pediatrics came out with a shocking article. They had two basic points. First of all, they refute the idea that gender-affirming care, as they call it, is child maltreatment. And so give me your response to that.
I mean, it's maltreatment in every single way. There is no basis to this treatment at all. Not in science, not in anything. The idea that a child is born so wrong as a boy or a girl that they have to be fixed, that they have to live a lie, that they have to pursue dangerous experimental treatment to change the outside so that they'll be okay on the inside is wrong. There is no world in which that is okay.
The second part of their argument said that it's harmful to children to withhold these, what they call affirming care, that it's harmful not to give them that kind of care. So they're playing both sides of the coin. Again, how would you respond to that?
In fact, it's very beneficial that children are not given these treatments under the age of 18. Because by blocking puberty, by starting a child on cross-sex hormones, and by chemically sterilizing them, you're affecting every single part of their development, from the way that they socialize, their identity formation, their emotional developments, obviously their physical and sexual developments. You're throwing it completely off course. Puberty is not something that you can just negotiate. It's another natural bodily process that is necessary in order to become a fully developed adult with the full capacity to live life as you want to have children of your own, to have sexual function when you are married.
As we wrap up, one final question here for you. I've given you an opportunity to give words, and you did powerful words to the governor. Speak now to the people of Ohio. We have a lot of listeners and viewers in Ohio. These residents need to contact the governor and urge him to sign this bill. What would you say to them to encourage them to step up to the plate?
Yes. Please contact your local representative. Please contact your governor. Pressure him into passing this bill to protect the children within your state. But laws aren't the only ways to fight back. This is something that is in every single community, in every single city in the United States. Whether you realize it or not, it's affecting the families, the institutions around you. It's not an easy issue to talk about, but it's necessary.
It is so necessary, Chloe. I just want to say thank you for your courageous voice and for you standing so firm on this. You are a lovely person in every way. You are deeply loved by God, by those of us here at FRC, and untold thousands of people across this country. We just pray that the good hand of God would be upon you, and that this would be a very blessed Christmas for you and your family as you experience joy and peace through the Lord Jesus Christ. Thank you for joining us on Washington Watch, Chloe. God bless you.
And thank you for having me, sir. God bless you too.